What's up, y'all? As you can see right now, I'm in the Tessie Test, moving around. It just hit me out of nowhere. Like, I felt like I need to start giving y'all some free game. Like, I've gone through a lot of things within the last few years, but I've never actually like taken the time to, pass on the information that I have from the things that I've gone through, and that's really kind of a waste of time if you really think about it. Like, we all go through things for a certain reason, and I just want to impart some of the things that I've been through to everybody out there who might need it. The algorithm might push you to see this video, and it might change your life or just make you feel like you're less alone through whatever you're going through, or just whatever mindset shift you need to be in. Because right now in 2025, that's what's necessary, bro. Like, you gotta lock in for real, bro. Like, you gotta lock in, man, and analyze and know what's going on out here. Like, that's the biggest thing that I feel like I learned this year, is just like really taking this time to step back and really look at things, look at people, look at myself, and really figure out what's really going on, And especially right now with everything we got going on with social media and technology, bro, it's so easy to get lost into just a warp of meaningless things, and not necessarily that it may be malicious things, but just things that take away from your time, take away from who you are. Because as many of you have heard before or haven't heard, right now, attention is the currency. So right now, there's so many people who are abusing that. Like with anything, like with any type of currency, people are going to abuse it. People are going to get greedy with it, and you just got to be able to slow down for a little bit and look and see, like, what's really going on? Like, where's my attention going? And most importantly, like, what are the things in your life that are really giving you life and what are draining you? Like, I had to really step back and really realize, like, there are a lot of people in my life that were not really for me, people that I cared for and loved for, and again, maybe not necessarily had malicious or conscious malicious intentions for, because I don't know, I can't speak on other people's intentions, but the things that they were doing were draining, so like that'd be my big thing, where it's like with family, friends, whoever, coworkers, like, you got to really look at people for who they are and how are they impacting or negatively impacting your life. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you got jealous people around you, or they even showing you the slightest hint of jealousy, believe them. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes it's easy to love somebody so much, love people so much, that you will make excuses for them to do things that you would never allow a stranger to do to you. You get what I'm saying? Like, people will do the lamest things because of the things that they feel inside of them, or the things that they have experienced. And at a certain point too, you gotta think about it. We're all grown enough. If you're an adult, period, you're grown enough to know right from wrong. Like, that whole sentiment of not knowing any better, or I didn't know, is false. You know better. You choose not to do better. You know what I'm saying? And that goes for all of us, like myself included, you who's watching the video. There's times where you've done things that weren't right, that you knew weren't right. You get what I'm saying? But you still did it regardless. So it's like the same thing when you look at things that people do in your life, the little things that they say to jab at your character or jab at your self-esteem or try to bring you down to size. Yo, you gotta nip that in the bud. You can't make excuses for people, because at the end of the day, those are the small signs that lead to major events that, again, can affect you. You don't never want to have people in your circle or in your life that can tear you down in a major way when it's like the least advantageous for you. You get what I'm saying? And it starts from just being able to slow down and see, okay, who's really for me? What are the things that they say? Okay, when good things happen, are they celebrating, or are they low-key mad? You get what I'm saying? Are these people saying these things because they mean it, or they're trying to manipulate me to their advantage, which is a big thing. This is why I really I'm emphasizing my family and friends, because those are the closest people to you that will be able to do that, because when it's a stranger, you're easily able to see it and know, okay, this is what's going on. But because, you know, we're all human beings, we're not robots, emotions get involved, and it's very easy to get clouded, where you see the most blatant signs, but because you've been through so much with an individual, or somebody is your blood, whatever the case may be, you just try to make excuses like, nah, they didn't mean it like that. Like, okay, they did some lame stuff, but nah, that was just something they did. They made a mistake. And it's like, nah, bro. Like, they know what they're doing. They're doing it on purpose. And it's even worse when it's a situation where behind the scenes, they're really looking at you like an idiot. Like, thinking you don't know what's going on, but the whole time you know what's going on. So what are you doing about it? Lock in, bro. Lock in. 2025 is the time to lock in. Stop letting things slide. Stop letting time slide. Know what's going on. And I don't say lock in terms of like the whole, you know, overly grind culture that's being pushed, which again is just a way to hijack our attention and get us locked into our phones or whatever, which is a brilliant finesse. I'll say that. But at the same time, what I mean by lock in is just prioritizing what's important. You know, prioritizing your peace, prioritizing your work, you know, prioritizing the right people in your life. So it's like you gotta lock into to handling your business, but at the same time making time to lock in on fostering those relationships with new people, that good people, or maintaining the relationships with the people that you do have that are solid people, you know. And that's something, again, that I had to learn from things that I went through, where I just would be so, you know, I gotta grind, work, you know, based on how I was raised and the thing I saw, and just certain insecurities and anxieties within myself, that, you know, one major thing for me was like college. I was always working in college. Like, I'm talking about grinding, bro. Like, I would be working my job. I worked at a grocery store called Publix in Savannah. Anybody who's ever worked at Publix or knows anybody who works at Publix, man, when you work in the grocery, like, they'll work you, boy. Especially if you're the closer you get to Florida, they say like the more it's like serious, and it's really like that. So I was going to college and working like 40 plus hours at my job. I just had a lot going on outside of that. There was a point in time I was homeless, you know what I mean? It was a point in time where I was like living in not such a great area, living outside of a motel, you know, and working at the same time. So it just pushed me to a place, like I told you, on top of having that mentality of grind, on top of all these very, you know, for lack of better words, traumatic things going on, that I just went into a zone of like, okay, the harder I work, the better my situation is going to be. And to a certain degree, that's true, but you gotta have time to, like I was saying, foster new relationships and really lock in on social aspects of yourself as well. Because, man, I translated that time and all that I had going on over the course of my, you know, college life, when I didn't necessarily have to, even when I got up out of those situations. And I have more situations, but nonetheless, I didn't cultivate enough time to really foster relationships with people and really just memories, where like by the time I graduated, I remember I had a panic attack. I didn't even know I could even have one of those. It wasn't like one of those like, oh, I can't breathe, but I was just so overwhelmed with so many emotions, and just seeing everybody post all their pictures of the good times they had and everything they did, and I was just like, damn, I was just working, bro. Like, and that's not because everybody else wasn't working. Like, some people weren't, you know, some people were just blessed to just go to school and not have to worry about anything, which is awesome. But there were people who were also working and grinding their asses off, but they still knew to prioritize like people, you know what I'm saying, and just experiences. And that really hit me. I was like, damn, I can't rewind time. I can't live that again, nor do I want to live that again. I want to move forward. So it's like, now life isn't over. Life hasn't stopped. It's not like a tragic, oh man, it's all over. Now it's just like, okay, I know in my adult life, I still need to be locked in ever more, because it only intensifies like everything I need, like bills and everything that has to go on and needs to get taken care of. At the same time, because I had that experience, I know certain pockets when, all right, cool, let me me go out. Let me go out to the park. You know, let me go downtown and just walk. You know, if I see somebody, let me just randomly have a conversation, which is hard because it's not naturally my thing to do, especially, again, like I said, the way I was raised in my mindset, but it's important. So like I said, main thing, man, is just walk in. It's that time. Stop playing. Stop thinking everything is just gonna be okay on its own. You know, you gotta leave room for faith or whatever. You know, let me not say whatever, because it's definitely important. You gotta leave room for faith and letting things play out. But lock in on all areas and all fields. You'll thank yourself for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I just wanted to get that off my chest, and maybe somebody who's watching this, where you are, like, play this over a few times and let it really sink in. What I'm saying, you're seeing this for a reason. So just lock in. And if y'all want me to keep doing a few more of these, like, let me know, because I'm gonna try to do one more, because I have a lot that I want to offload, but I don't want to become that guy that's just doing these and it's not making any type of positive impact. You know, I'd much rather be doing other things, but I just know there's so many things in life that I wish I had somebody who could, you know, take the time and just almost like big bro or big sis or whatever, that could just give me the game. And I didn't necessarily get that, so it's like my way of paying it forward. So hope you have a blessed day or whatever, blessed night, wherever you're at. And just keep your head up. 2025, it's a new start, so lock in.